So singers got like,
Yep.
I don't know if Adele or Katy Perry's got
yeah.
veins in her neck, but I'm sure when she's like letting it rip, you could probably see a vein popping out.
Yes, I do.
That's hot.
You can see Adele's veins. You can see her veins when she's singing.
Yeah.
It's hot. Neck veins.
Well, you can see her veins now because she's lost 100 pounds.
Who?
Adele.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't brought that up on the show. I've been waiting for you to bring that Oprah Winfrey Adele.
I watched the whole thing. Or I watched most of it. It was beautiful.
Did you like what she said about her divorce?
Yeah. I mean, the only piece that I always have a hard time with this, and I don't think anything's wrong. It just, it all made sense to me. It made sense about where she came from. She came from a divorce family. I can't tell you how many people come from a divorced family who do we're never getting divorced because I came from a divorced family.
Yep.
And then they are sort of faced with this, oh my
Then
God, we're going to get
yeah.
divorced. But, and then her song, Easy on Me, which is the new release, is all about this, kind of to her ex, go easy on me. I didn't have a chance to have a childhood, blah, 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 blah. The one piece that I always have a hard time with, and it's just because she's like, she didn't say we're best friends. He's the most trustworthy person. I trust him implicitly. We talk all the time. We hang out,
Her ex.
He lives across the street. It's like, and I'm a psychologist.
He saved my life. She said,
yes.
He saved my life.
And I get that part. I get all of it until the part, which I think is interesting, about living across the street, hanging out all the time, or not all the time, frequently, being friends. Obviously, they have a child.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that goes, I'm in love with your dad. I love your dad. I'm just not in love with your dad.
Yeah. That was the question.
Yeah,
that
but you
her
think
son
that
asked.
as my profession, I should understand that.
Her child asked, "Why don't you love dad anymore?"
Right.
And she said, I do love your dad. I'm just not in love with your dad, which is really a cop-out.
Well, and she said it. She's like, no, but she's like, okay, this is...
The best would explain it to, how old's their kid? They were only married
6.
but they were only married, how long? 3 or 4 years, right?
Yeah.
So they had...
I think that is really...
Did they bring that... Did they have that child and then they get married? Or
I think they had a child and then they got married. But I think that's really... really hard for most couples to go from being married to the marriage is clearly, it's so not working that you have a divorce, to that quickly living across the street. It's almost as ripping a, okay, we're divorced. You're okay. And she asked for the divorce. And I wonder about him. Because she was the one who wanted the divorce.
Yeah.
So what's going through his head about being best friends, about, it's just, there's got to be some hurt there that makes the shift from husband and wife partners to friends, even if you've got a kid, just feel not right. And the way she described it is it's good. It's all good.
Well, you're only hearing her side of it.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's exactly. I would love.
I love to hear those stories about divorces and people talk about.
Oh, so do I.
It was important to me, blah blah blah. Because you don't want her hammering on him. But there's obviously a reason. Because based on what she said, I'm like, why the hell did you divorce this guy? Sounds like a hell of a nice guy. I trust him implicitly. I love to cross the street from him. He saved my life.
I know.
He's a great father. And I'm going, okay, is there...
I think she wasn't sharing that part. I thought
was very respectful
and said
great. And she took the high road on all of it, which is great because there's really no reason at this point. And Oprah, if someone's going to get it out of you, it'd be Oprah. Okay, but I don't know if I don't remember ever asking the question, okay, why did you leave his ass then? Why?
She also said, because the songs are very autobiographical.
Yeah.
I think during the interview, she said there were certain things that I said. And I even think she ran some of the lyrics by him on certain songs, and he was not comfortable with them, and she pulled them back. Yeah. But I do think it's exactly what you just said, which is there is something else there. And I think, given what she said about his stability, he's sort of Rock of Gibraltar, given just all the turmoil of her life, she fell in love, quite possibly, with his steadiness.
Father figure, almost?
Not necessarily father figure, just he is the calm in the storm. And it's so appealing right, in the beginning, because her life was all over the place and the weight and the thing. And he was just this guy who was there, who was always there. And I think you can become incredibly in love with that. But then when you become married, when you have a child, you realize that, okay, that is can't be the core of our marriage. That can't be all of our marriage. Yeah. And I do think that, I'm sure as she sort of matured, she was like, oh, crap. Okay, I love him for all the wonderful things that he is, but this is not my guy. Yeah. This is my best friend.
Yeah.
This is my best friend. And can you imagine him? I mean, I don't know how he feels about her, but can you imagine if you're the guy, you've said this, you're the guy who you think, who she's in love with.
Yeah, but he's in love with her.
That's what I'm saying. And he finds out that she loves him. This just goes back to us. Can we just be friends? I love you as a friend.
Yeah.
That, as a guy.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's the worst.
You'd rather her cheat on you.
Yes. Well, and let's just, I mean, again, I don't know him. She is.
Well, and to be shallow, it's a shame that he didn't get a chance to enjoy her while she was 100 pounds lighter. I know that's really shallow. And we've seen retributional weight loss or
hers was not that.
Revenge weight loss. This is. So because she was beautiful when she was 100 pounds bigger. She's like striking now. I mean, it's like
right. He got her there, then she left him.
He did everything. Well, you know what? He's going to get his. If there's nothing else wrong with the dude. He will be richly rewarded.
I think she would say that about him.
Yeah.
Right?
But that doesn't make it any easier.
It does not.
Yeah, but I want you. You love everything about me, but I was with you. We have a child together. Yeah, I don't know if I could live across the street from that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even if you don't hate her, I will tell you, I will not mention names. I have a dear friend who got divorced. She had 2 boys, got divorced when her kids were young. I don't know, maybe they were like 4 and 6. And it was just, the marriage was not working out. But she has always said she remained very close friends with her husband, her ex-husband. They lived not across the street from each other, but not far. They had joint custody. And now her boys are like in their 20s. I think it was 3 years ago, they got remarried.
Yeah.
They stayed friends. Their boys grew up together. And they just decided, for whatever reason, we have such this foundation, they fell back in love.
That's great.
So maybe this will happen for them. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
And she's only 30.
What does he do?
I don't know, but he's not a superstar, which, again, that's that whole, I don't know. He may be in the industry, but he's not one.
Did he meet her before she became Adele?
No, I don't think so. No, because I think he's American. By the way, did you see who was
remarried?
No, I said he's American, I'm pretty sure.
American.
Did you see who was in the... First of all, do you love the way she talks?
Adele?
Oh,
God. Yeah, she's...
Well, and she's snarky and like...
Yeah, no, she's
a little
smart
foul.
I know, yeah. Yeah, she's has a vein, too. Yeah,
she's got a vein. Did you see who was in the audience? Did you watch any of the concerts? They were at the Greek Theater. That, by the way, that's when we used to... Greek Theater.
I saw there was a couple that
Not the Greek, Griffith Park Observatory.
Yeah.
That's where we watched the Laser Light Show. Pink Floyd, Get High and go watch the Laser Light Show, right where she was performing.
Nice.
Right. But the audience was 100% A-listers. And she said, because, she's the one who vomits before every... Yeah. Okay. So this was the first time of her doing a concert. And so she came out and she said, you see... And she comes out and she says, there's a lot of you who are my dear friends and a lot of you here who I know well. And for some of you I don't know. Hello. But the whole thing was just like they kept spanning the audience, and Dwayne Wade and his wife was there. Lizzo was in the front row. It was, because I wondered about, I'm like, who gets to go to that thing?
Yeah.
And she picked, it's like picking your audience.
I saw there was a couple there that got engaged.
Oh, at the thing?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
well, but that was the, what do you call that? That's like what you guys used to do in radio.
Yeah, a guy gets
Bring him up on the stage.
She stopped the whole show,
right.
And the guy got on one knee.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Come on. By the way, you know what, by the way, here's the other thing, and I'll just say this. I don't know how people feel about Oprah. I love Oprah. Oprah is just, she's iconic. But so they're sitting in there doing the interview, and she's like, the Adele said, you know, you have a beautiful garden. She's like, it reminds me of a British garden. And Oprah, she's like, well, yes, actually, this is my tea garden. If you look back over there, there's the tea house. And whenever she does stuff like that, you think about, and we won't get this, but you think about Oprah's past, sexually abused by family members, raped. She was a newscaster. I mean, totally worked her way up the rank. And she's freaking... She sits on the. She literally.
She's the most powerful black woman there. I mean, she can run for president.
She sits on the throne.
Yeah, she does.